Welcome everyone to the Decod3rs channel, and today we have Matias from Asset Dash, and we're gonna talk about like the best tracking portfolio application on Solana and even other blockchain. I think a question I can ask. It's gonna be a nice live, but before introducing to the crowd and for everyone watching in the audience, let me talk to you about Decod3rs. So basically, we are the first decentralized and community-owned YouTube channel. So what does it mean? Like for every video that we are going to produce, we want to share the revenue with you. So we're gonna mint the thumbnail of each video, raffle them, and if you win it, you're gonna get like the ownership of the video, but also, like I said, a portion of its revenue. By doing that, we are aligning the financial incentive of content creators with their audience and building a Web3 creators economy. So if you want to know more about it, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the channel, because like you will need to be subscribed to mint or upcoming NFT. And just watch the introduction video on the channel to know more about the project. But that's it about me chilling my own shit. Let's welcome Matias on stage and talk about Asset Dash.
What's up?
Welcome home, man. How are you doing?
Doing great. Excited to be on.
That's great. Yeah, had a busy day.
Busy day. Yeah, lots of stuff. Asset Dash. Excited to dive into all of it.
That's good, man. I want to know everything about Asset Dash because, like, again, like I told you, like in the pre-show, like I use this app like every day. I'm waking up, I'm opening my fortune cookies, I'm getting my tickets all together, trying to win something. After a couple of weeks, I only got like 10 worth of bonks, but that's the first time a portfolio app gives me money. So that's already cool.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. And thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, no, man, like really happy to have you. And we didn't like interact a lot on Twitter together. So yeah, why not doing that the first time live in front of people and a record? That's gonna be dope, man.
Amazing. Well, yeah, let's jump into it. I'm happy to chat about all the dates and everything that we have.
Wonderful. It's January. I can still ask you this question. How was 2022 and what's gonna be your focus for 2023?
Yeah, so 2022 was really around, I think, finding a product market fit with the product, identifying exactly what members on the platform were looking for. I think we found that, and 2023 is really about building on that momentum and trying to do more to unlock more features and more utility in the areas that we feel our members are super passionate about, which is around the portfolio tracking, the in-app gamification, things like that. But our North Star has always been, we want to build the best experience possible for our members. That's who we for. So we want to just do more of improving what we know our community loves.
Yeah, that's nice, man. See, fortune cookies, man. That's your secret sauce, man.
I love the
fortune gave us cookies, man.
Yeah, I love it.
That's great, man. Like, yeah, Ryan, Jas, like, they are like, they watch every live. That's the hardcore fans, man. Yeah.
Everybody.
And I even like Ryan, I sent him like a code like for my invite. I think even Jas for Asset Dash. He said, bro, use this. Yeah. Like I think like my code like was used like 4 times until now. I put it like my link in the description, tweet too. So yeah, please guys, download the app, use my code so I can get cookies.
Yeah, we're actually right after this live, we're gonna announce the giveaway prizes.
Nice.
I'll actually share one of them with you now. It's gonna be a few different Xbox S consoles.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I need cookies.
Yeah, we're doing
send me cookies, please.
Yeah, we're gonna experiment this week with some like in real life perks.
Yeah. So. That's great, man. See, like Ryan. So Ryan is working with me. He's a designer. Love the UX, the design. Pretty cool.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and see, just same thing from Jelly Rascals. See, you got fans here.
Hey, Jas, thank you so much.
That's great. Okay, so yeah, like for the audience again, and for people who watch live and who doesn't know you yet, like who are you, where are you coming from, and yeah, when did you start in crypto?
Yeah, so I started in crypto around 2016. I started working in crypto full time in 2017. And
Mm-hmm.
my roles have been in marketing facing roles. One was with Unstoppable Domains. They do .crypto,
Yes.
NFT domains. I was an early hire there. And then I also was a VP of marketing at a company called Roundhill Investments. They do ETFs on the New York Stock Exchange with
Nice.
millennial themes. So things like sports betting, metaverse, so on and so forth. And then after that,
Mm-hmm.
I started Dash. So I've always really been around the investing space. I personally have been investing in the crypto space, as I had mentioned, since 2016. So, we saw that there was a lot of problems in the market, especially on the portfolio tracking side of things. There wasn't like
Okay.
clear application that was, solving the all-in-one component, right? Your traditional
Yes.
finance, your crypto,
Yep.
your equities, so on and so forth. So we set out to solve that problem, and we basically innovated a lot on top of that stack. A big part being, we really prioritize user feedback. So all the support DMs on Twitter, like I still answer all of those,
Yeah.
and it's something that we take really seriously, because for us the user perspective is extremely important, and we want to use
Mm-hmm.
that to frame the roadmap for the product.
No, that's great, man. And I know that I already DM you like some feedback about like the free category of the deals that
Yeah.
I like, that stuff like that. And yeah, like I DM you, you answer me right away. I think I'm still waiting for the implementation, but that's okay.
Remind me on that feedback again. That was to add
Oh, that was like the free, like some deals are completely free and you have categories at the top of the app. And I wanted a button to just click on the free so I can like farm the free ones.
we need to do that, and that's actually a great point. So we actually now have been moving more towards these cashback deals that I know you've seen
Yeah.
that people love, and then the free stuff we're really pushing towards the Dash Drop giveaway. Really trying to
Okay,
make
that makes sense.
a super big event every single week. But that's great feedback. I think when we get more free deals as well, we're definitely going to implement that.
Yeah, man, I love free stuff, man.
Everyone does.
And yeah, and man, like before I use Asset Dash, I use like Delta. And I switched over to Asset Dash because like the NFT tracking was completely lacking. It was like only ETH NFTs. And then I tried your app and then I was sold. And then like, again, the gamification of like coming back every day for the cookie and stuff, that's powerful, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We definitely wanted to solve the NFT problem. I felt like that was one in the space. But what's exciting is, we always felt that we would start with portfolio tracking, but we'd build it out to be so much more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're starting to see those pieces come together throughout the product, the deals, the giveaways, and we have a lot of other things too.
Yeah, no, that's great because again, like the deals formula gives you like a marketplace of like things for like people to track and explore while they're like checking if they are up or down. It's brilliant. Like it's really, really, really brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. And as I said earlier too, a lot of it was user-driven feedback. Basically, people pointing us in the direction of what they wanted to see more of in the product, and we try to implement that.
Yeah, no, that's you got something, man. And like like back to your profile, like so you were advisor for Unstoppable, right? That's what you said. And
yeah, still an advisor with them, but I was head of community there.
Okay.
Full time, yeah. And then
that's cool. And how those experience translated into like the creation of Asset Dash? Like what did you take from those experiences?
Yeah, so I think the big thing is I was super fortunate and pretty much everywhere I've worked to get to learn from a lot of great people, right? So learn from a lot of great founders and implement a lot of that. I implement a lot of the learnings that I had from like a leadership perspective, or how to run a team, how to iterate on product, things like that. I think that was probably like the biggest learning is to be able to see really great people do what they do. I feel like you learn more in a day than you would learn in a year in any course or anything like that, right? Like actually having your on the ground, working on those different components is super important. And then I think also to in my experiences working with like consumer facing products, it is important because you start to learn how important user feedback is, especially when you're trying to create a map for a product. So I think for me, just taking in all of those insights and then trying to implement those same techniques and what I saw work into what we're doing at Acid Dash. So that's probably like the major thing.
Yeah, that's great, man. So like another feedback from users, any plans to add more chains like Hashback or on Ether?
Yeah, so we want to add support for everything. So our main focus is we say that, you know, we don't care what you invest in. If you invest in something, we want to support it. So for us, like a long list of new chains, new platforms, new brokerages, banks that we want to, you know, integrate. We'll be bringing people on the team too in the coming months to basically streamline that process. But definitely, we want to support everything.
So it's coming, Ryan. You heard it here.
Yeah,
because like right now you have a small team, right?
Yeah, it's a very small team. It's about 4 or 5 of us right now.
Okay.
And we'll be probably expanding to like 7, 8 in the coming months. So we, you know, scrappy, resourceful. You know, we work really hard to try to make all of this happen for our members.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, like you have to do the job of 100 people with just like 5 guys in the room. That's good. That's exciting.
Yeah, I think honestly, I find it in a way you end up sometimes getting more done weirdly because
100%.
Everyone's on sync, right? And everyone's very aware of everything that's happening. So for us, you know, it's been great. And, you know, I'm fortunate to work with amazing people on the Acid Dash team. So that makes it even more enjoyable.
Yeah, no, like that's exactly the mindset. Like I want to connect with the people with, like, you know, that's the grinding mode, and like everyone is grinding in Web3 more than anyone else in like on internet right now, because it's like the most exciting industry. I think that brain and money are like working on together, and that's why I'm doing this show, and that's cool.
Yeah, no, and I think something too it's very different for Web3 is that it really is a 24/7 market, right? And that brings about, I think, a different level of work ethic, because you're always going to have a user online who is trying to check the live price of something, right? There's always someone who's going to be checking the portfolio. And you know, I enjoy it. You know, I love this space. I love this industry. I think it's ripe for disruption. It needs more tooling. So it's always exciting to be working in a place like this, where like you can be on the forefront of, you know, something really big, which is how we feel.
Yeah, no, that's same mindset, man. And I mean, it's like if Instagram was able like to run Instagram with 7 people in the room before getting bought by Facebook, everyone can do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Lean and scrappy teams is
I mean, move fast and break thing, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And so also what you told me that you were based in Miami, right? So like the whole crypto and Web3 scene is like it's booming too in Miami too, right? Like it's really active.
It's grown a bunch the past 2 years, I would say 3 years. Miami in general has changed dramatically.
Okay.
There's tons of new restaurants now, new apartments going up. Post-COVID, like, was a huge boom for the city in general, but there also has been like a big tech influx into Miami as well, and a lot of crypto companies down here. So it's great. You know, I grew up here, so I've kind of seen the entire transition, and I feel like there's definitely a high moment for Miami, and it's definitely getting busier for sure.
Yeah, that's great. And there's NFT Miami soon, right?
So
maybe Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of events around Basel. That's like normally really popular.
Yeah,
and then, the Bitcoin conference, which is a great event that they do. I believe it's in April. I believe, April, I think, or May, but in the first half of the year. And now a lot of companies are launching crypto events in Miami.
That's great. Hopefully we'll see you in like a couple of events there.
Yeah,
could be lit.
For sure. If you come down here, we'll definitely meet up.
Nice. Yes. Use those platinum card on Acid Dash, like on some drink and stuff.
So we actually have an exciting, concept. It won't be like a this quarter or next quarter thing, but we do want to have in real life perks for your member status, like actually like places you go and things like that. So it's definitely something we're thinking about.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, guys like Jas, Ryan, it's time to like wrap up those status on Asset Dash. Yeah, buy more NFTs, track more.
Yeah, I love that.
Catch up with me, guys. Can I what kind of project? What's your status also? What's your status on your own app?
I'm not platinum. I'll tell you that much. You're the first platinum person I've spoke with, to be honest.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you're the first platinum person. Platinum's very rare.
Yeah, Jas. We have Jas. You're gonna be a contender.
Yeah, I'm gold. Like me and Jas are both. I'm gold as well.
Yeah, that's good. You're precious anyway. That's good. And what kind of project do you invest in? I know like your PFP is like a monkey. So like, what drives you to that community? What's your story behind your PFP basically?
Yeah, so I got into Monkey DAO like relatively early on. I would say like I'm probably the first week that like the DAO actually started, which was pretty soon after mint. I thought that was super cool. Nam is an awesome person. Yeah, had an opportunity to meet him multiple times in real life.
Nice.
Super excited with what he's going to do, leading Monkey DAO. But in general, like mostly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Solana type projects, mostly on the currency side. On the NFT side, I do have like Solana Monkey.
Okay.
I have Art Blocks, Pudgy Penguin, but I've been mostly like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi person. It's kind of been my thing since getting in 2016. But I'm very bullish on NFTs. That's why NFTs were such, I think, a big portion of like what we focused on product wise. I think we're in the not even the first inning for NFTs. Like I really do think that it's going to unlock so many new features and products that we're not even thinking about today.
100%.
And I also think too, from an adoption perspective, NFTs have really been able to bring a ton of people into the space that would have otherwise never paid attention to crypto. So they resonate better with a large portion of the audience. And I could go on for hours about how excited I am about NFTs in general as like a category.
It's again like inside the Web3 industry that is like really hot right now and like bringing a lot of people to that sector of like the activity. The NFT part of it, it's madness. It's crazy. Like you can see like again like more capital, more big brains coming up, buildings, tools and stuff like that. It's like the next 10 years of like crypto NFTs will be like so interesting to be part of.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a lot of like building blocks, right, that are created because of the underlying infrastructure with NFTs. And in general, like one area that I'm super excited about is the NFT like DeFi component. So applications that are building finance for NFTs, fractionalization, lending, so on and so forth. So I think that's a very interesting space.
How are you going to implement like fractionalized NFTs on Asset Dash?
So what we want to do is partner with the people who are doing the best services in this regard, and then basically keep in line with our general way of thought, which is, what can we do to unlock the most value for our members? That's like really how we try to focus. And a clear way to do that would be to build integrations and partnerships with some of the leading NFT DeFi type companies, right? So, Sharky, I think, is a great example.
Yes.
There's one on ETH called JPEG and BenDAO. So, trying to build out infrastructure so you can make the most of your experience with your NFTs and at least generally be alerted of opportunities, right? I think there's something there. So we already, started having conversations with these projects and something that we're looking into.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of users if you can bring like again DeFi NFTs and like different layers of like all of that sectors. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I see a question in the chat about the backpack.
Yep. What do you think of backpack and the xNFTs?
Yeah, I think backpack is amazing. Great team. I actually have an invite code, so I've been using it. Great user experience. And I think what they're doing on the xNFT front is super innovative. We actually have an asset NFT. We need to few more updates to it, but it is live now. But we want to get more of our features into the xNFT. But yeah, super bullish on everything that they're building, and great team. And
that's cool. Yeah, and can you give it like a quick introduction to xNFTs?
I'm probably not the best person to do that, but I would say from my experience as just generally how I would describe it as like a user, since I do use the invite code and I am on Backpack, it feels like an app store, right? So I know there's more behind the technology, but from a user perspective, it feels like an app store within your wallet, right? So like right now, a real use case is there is an Asset Dash xNFT. So like directly from your, you could use a version of Asset Dash directly in Backpack. That version has our deals functionality. So what we're going to do now over the coming months is add more of our feature set into that. So the portfolio tracking, the giveaways, so on and so forth. We basically soft launched it with just the deals. But yeah, I'm super bullish on what they're doing. I think they're building a really great product from a UX perspective. And I think the idea of having like the apps like natively within the wallet is super cool.
Yeah, that's definitely like the next execution of again like NFTs. And like Ryan is saying in the chat, the same thing, like it's make like the NFT executable, right? So like we basically run an application inside your wallet, like you said. And like I also one of your tweets like that Asset Dash was like installed on like the Dream OS, which is like the OS, like the Web3 operating system, right? So basically they want to replace Mac and Windows, I guess. That's exciting to have your apps there.
Yeah, they integrated us. And I've spoken with their team a few times. Nice people. So yeah, they integrated us. So we're happy to be this many platforms.
You can take that. That's great. Like, why did you choose to create a portfolio app?
The initial thesis behind it was, I was having a lot of issues tracking my portfolio on other applications, and I felt like there was an opportunity to build like a all-in-one experience. So I feel like that's kind of like where the best products come from, is when you, your friends, your business partners are all having the same issue. There's probably something there from a product perspective. So we were all having the same portfolio tracking it. And we always knew that the portfolio tracker would just be the base layer, and we would build things on top of it, which is exactly what's happening now. Yeah,
oh man, like that's exactly like the builder's dilemma. Like if you get so frustrated by something, fuck it, I can do that, and then you do it, and then that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like, yes, I mean, are you like like you said, marketing, but like, do you have any like knowledge about like coding and like, or is your associate is like the main developer?
So my co-founder, he's the CTO, and he's super talented. He has tons of experience. So he basically can do everything in the entire stack. So super impressive guy. And then we have 2 other engineers that I love working with that work with him.
Okay, so 3 tech guys and 2 sales, basically marketing sales.
Yeah, me and then like community, which is Ryan from our team. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Nice combo, man. Like,
yeah,
you need to build, you need to sell, right?
Yeah, it's a great. We have a great squad, and we, I really enjoy working with everybody. So it's been awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. Like, we're really bullish on your team, and like with what you have executed so far, like with more people, like more time and more money, like you're gonna be the big reference on the Solana ecosystem, and more like crushing, right? Because you integrate like ETH NFTs too, right? Yeah, I've added my ETH wallet too. So yeah.
Yeah, we do ETH, we do Solana. We have DeFi support on 10 different chains. We have US stocks, US banks, all the major crypto exchanges. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Thank you.
Twitter went out recently with like gold badges like you can collect for boosting your 14 cookie. Yeah, see like the gamification, like that's would you say it's that your not the value proposition, but like your secret sauce that put you like on the map and that allow people to play with their portfolio?
So in terms of the gold badges, I just saw Ryan posted that. Ryan, that's exactly that collect them all concept. That's exactly what we're going for. And we're going to be releasing more information on that in the coming weeks. As it says in the app, there's going to be major incentives to have multiple golds or platinum status in the app. Those two tiers are going to continue to get more and more perks and benefits. And we're actually going to release in a few weeks a specific feature that I think people are going to love. That's going to be exclusive to gold and platinum. And also that feature, if you have multiple gold boost, you'll have more opportunities to engage with that feature. So definitely that's the right mentality of collect them all. And we're going to have a lot more coming out on that as well. So happy you brought that up.
And see what he's saying here. Vetla, so it's me, would have 50 play.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, platinum is the highest tier. So platinum plus gold boost will be very good.
Anything above platinum coming up after? Do you plan to do that?
No plans. We're gonna keep it there.
What am I going to do now?
You'll be incentivized because, and as we were mentioning earlier with the gold boost, so you'll be able to, you could be platinum, but for example, have a gold boost from Magic Eden and being a Solana. And those are basically going to serve as like power ups to your platinum.
Yes.
Right. We're going to release like a full breakdown as to how it works. And
I think that's because of the Sol Degen boost that I went to platinum, by the way. I think that was like what put me there.
We're not releasing publicly exactly how these things take place, but if that's what you feel happened, then that's awesome.
I was not platinum, and then I received a Sol Degen boost, and then I end up platinum. So I'm just making supposition here.
Yeah, no, we have a really unique strategy and formula that goes into automatically calculating the status for a member. A lot of different things go into account. And the way it's designed is it's like very, very hard to become platinum. And it's definitely hard to become gold. But with gold, what's interesting is like you do get opportunities through these gold boosts. So, Magic Eden, for example, can give you a gold boost like they did with some of their other members. Solana Degen, we have a campaign with Sharky coming out. So we're trying to partner with, best in class brands.
Yeah, that's smart.
Also distribute gold boost. And then what's cool is like this outside brand in a way was able to power you up within our app. And that's something we're really excited about.
That's really interesting because again, like all of the partnership that you can create on your app will incentivize people to like a project to launch a marketing campaign basically to your users and develop like again the stickiness of your application and also the awareness of other projects. Man, this is brilliant, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's cool. And like say that's exactly what we are talking about. Like say like they need to buy more NFTs to compete with people on Discord and stuff. That would be cool. Man, you should have like a Twitter bot that when someone reach platinum, you have a tweet that goes out, and then I can flex even more like that.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, people love tweeting pictures of their cards.
Yeah,
that would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, like 100%. Like crypto is like a big flex my bag game, right? So like because that's also how you engage people on Twitter. So yeah, like if you can play with those features in your app, it's a banger.
I totally agree.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good. That's really exciting for the future of Asset Dash. And okay, so like we went already in deep inside, deep into the Asset Dash app. But like, what would be your unique value proposition? What makes the really different between the competition and yourself?
So I think, first and foremost, just our perspective of really trying to do everything in our power to unlock value for our members. And I think just putting the members on the platform first. We always want to do everything in our power to make sure that all of the users on our platform have the best possible experience, and that we're always looking for ways to unlock perks, benefits for them, whether it's through the giveaway, the deals, so on and so forth. So I think that first and foremost, from like a vision perspective, just always putting the members first. And then outside of that, it really comes down to the gamification. I think that's a really important trying to focus on, where members are telling us they're spending the most time and looking into ways to make that experience in particular better. So as I mentioned earlier, and I've said a few times on the show thus far, we really try to position all the features, all the business development stuff we do from a sense of, what's going to make the end member have a 10x better Acid Dash experience, over the next month, what's going to make them have a 100x better experience over the next year. So I think that is like a big thing that helps us stand out. And, we really do have like an awesome, relationship with our end members. I'm still the one running the Twitter. I'm, chatting with like 20, 30 different members on Twitter DM, every single day. Like we really care about everybody on the platform and want to just make sure they're having the best time possible.
Oh, that's great, man. That's exactly the best way how to build a product, and getting feedback from the people who use it every day, right? Like it's not secret, like it's in the startup blueprint since years, and it's really nice to see like a founder execute on it and like for doing it for real. That's great.
Yeah, no, and honestly, it's really fun for me and my co-founder, everybody on the team. There's nothing better than, being able to build a product that, other people are, taking joy in. And, we love it too. I go in there, I open I'm not platinum like you yet. I haven't gotten to your level, but, I go in there every day. I open my cookies. I haven't won a giveaway yet, to be honest.
You didn't win anything?
Nothing, not yet.
Man, like who's winning? Like I get like 10% chance every time. Just one. I won like $10 of worth of bonk.
Yeah, we've had people who I saw a screenshot this week of somebody who's won 3 times actually, but it's entirely random.
Rigged. It's rigged.
I'm telling you, it's entirely random. We use a random function. I'll actually post a link here. We're gonna build a page that explains how we do it, but it's a random.
Okay, that's cool.
That our developer put together, and it's publicly available. That function online.
Cool.
So people just need to get more tickets.
Is that like on chain or it's in your API?
So it's not on chain, but I'll actually pull it for you here. You can drop it in the chat. One sec. Is there a place where I can message this to you?
So we have a private chat, or even like I don't know if you see you can type a message. Okay, that's cool.
That's the function that we
just drop it. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. Okay. I drop it in the chat, right? It's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will check that later. PostgreSQL. Okay, cool. That's nice. Cool. And that's interesting. And like, do you plan to have this function on chain where like people can check all of the transaction and like anything that will happen, on Solana or whatever? For like any like picking up like the winner. Or like, can you do that on chain?
So we're looking at a way where we can export all the codes, put that on chain, and do a selection process. It's in our development roadmap. We haven't prioritized it yet. It is something that we'll like to do though. Generally, like I think all of that is always a good idea. Right now, it's like just about prioritizing like the most.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. That would make sense, and that can be good for PR too. We are on chain data, even if you can do that with a Postgre function too.
No, it's true. It would. We definitely will do that.
That's
So
gonna be.
we actually looked into the Postgres thing. We can't do that because it would require us to like put all of the code like public. We don't want to have like our code itself
Oh
out.
yeah.
But
Oh no, you can interact with us like the program that only generate like the randomness of like the to pick up like the results, and you have your API interacting with that program. But that's okay.
if someone honestly I was actually chatting about this with my co-founder. I just dropped this in the chat with you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody built an on-chain version of random.org, like
Yeah.
on that would be pretty cool because then like projects like us could easily just export the code
Yeah.
list and then record a video of us dropping the code.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't exist yet. But if somebody in the chat knows something like this does exist, like please send it to us because we would love to use it.
That's cool. Yeah, there's probably like some program already, like with like the G-Raffle library or like programs when they use that for the raffles to pick up like NFTs and stuff like that. You can probably use that to pick a winner with a ticket and stuff. But yeah, I mean it's working off chain. It's great. It's efficient. I won once. It's not that crazy efficient for me, but that's okay.
Nice.
Again, like you had, like we discussed before, but you had crazy growth in the last few months, right? What happened? What put you on the map?
I think honestly, just a lot of great community members spreading the word, like
Nice.
Getting the word out to friends, family, so on and so forth. I think launching the deal stuff, helped a bunch. I think the app has gotten better, like snappier, faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all of those things combined has like led to more people finding out about Acid Dash. And we always tell people if you're enjoying it, like the best way to help the project is give us a great 5-star review in Apple.
Yeah.
Let a friend know about the app and why you're enjoying it.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So I've done my part correctly. That's nice. And because you launched 2 years ago, right?
No, we actually launched in the App Store a year ago.
Okay.
It was a year and 10 days ago, actually.
Okay.
So we launched. Yeah, we launched in the App Store, just a portfolio tracking to begin with, and more limited in scope than how we have it now. And then we launched the deal stuff in November, the giveaway stuff in November, and now we're building on these things.
Oh, that's great. And like, can you share like any KPIs about like the number of users that using the app, or like even like your daily active user? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the two things that we definitely can share. So we're not sharing the exact number of members we have right now, but tens of thousands of people are using
nice.
it on a regular basis. And then our engagement numbers are really good. So in general, it's like early Snapchat days type numbers. So the people that we have on the platform, they really come back and check it quite frequently. And
nice.
That for us is exactly like what we want to do. Is if you are checking the app that often, it's because it's adding value to your overall experience. And that's exactly what we do it for, right? We want to build a product that people love and that they can trust and they can rely on. So I think we're going in that right direction, and we see a clear path now on how to make that even better for our members, and that's what we're really excited about.
Every Snapchat days, that's exciting, man.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I think another thing too that we're really excited about is there's so many different reasons now to like check the app compared to like where we were a year ago. So we want to keep building more reasons for you to check the app, because if you're checking the app, it's because it's adding value to your life. Mm-hmm. That's what we want the product to do.
And do you have more users using Solana wallets that log in Solana wallets, or like do you have like some equilibrium between like ETH, Solana, etc., or even like DeFi and NFTs? Do you see like a pattern?
Great question. There's actually some alpha too. So our most popular connection right now is. Sorry about that. Our most popular connection right now is Solana and Ethereum, which is like pretty straightforward. But like we were pretty impressed with how quickly Solana rose to the top here.
Okay.
I think for me personally, as someone who's like been on the marketing and community side, it's so cool to me to see the ride or die community that Solana has really cultivated around the chain. And I do think everybody can learn a lot from like what they've done from like a community and marketing perspective. In general, it is hard to like find other chains, and I think everyone can see this, but it's hard to find other chains where you have that active of a community. I know there's other chains now that are starting to grow and like starting to build on the community that they have now, but I do think Solana's done a really good job, cultivating ride or die type community, and it's been awesome to see how receptive that community has been to our product. We're super excited to be a part of the Solana ecosystem, and the fact that we have so many members on our platform that have Solana wallets. But I do believe it's gonna be a multi-chain future. I think there's other platforms and there's other chains that are gonna come out and also build great communities themselves. And we actually want to help those chains through our expertise, try to do that as well, right? I think the more competitors you have in the marketplace, the better the marketplace is going to be. And we're very early in the crypto world, so we don't really know where we're going to be in 5-10 years, but we do know that these different chains are starting to solve for different problems, right? So I think Ethereum is becoming more of that store of value type chain way, where maybe not active of addresses, but like really important assets are being launched on Ethereum. And I think now you're going to start seeing a lot of other chains start competing for speed, efficiency, things like that. So how do you feel about that layer one conversation?
Yeah, like for the multi-chain part of it, like I think it makes sense. Like again, and I'm gonna exploring that because if I'm Platinum, it's majority because of Youths and Decod3rs. So I will follow that like really close. I will follow that really closely. Again, it makes sense like to also have like one chain for one use case. That's also like that can drive another narrative, like again, like cheaper, faster, whatever. If you are able to capture the market, that definitely makes sense, like to also integrate those chains into your application, etc. And then it's the markets that decide what's gonna be the big winner, right? And the thing is, like we're also seeing like in 2016, 17, and 18, like the chains that were faster and cheaper than Ethereum, and you don't see them on CoinGecko anymore. And but you still see ETH, right? So over the long term, which is like 5 to 10 years, I don't know what's gonna be the top 10 on CoinGecko, but I'm pretty sure we'll still see like Bitcoin and ETH, and that's why like when you say store value for ETH, that I completely agree with that. Like there is like a huge path, for example, even for Solana to become the ETH killer and like take to flip ETH. That's a long road, and especially after the going sub 10 $10, like where like everyone on crypto Twitter was saying to like the chain is dead, blah blah blah. That's gonna be a long road.
So I think the way I see it, and I think you made great points. I think the way I look at it now is I do believe you're gonna have chains that specialize in certain categories. You'll have one chain that's more focused on gaming. You have another chain that's more focused on NFTs. Another chain that's more focused on DeFi, like exchange competitors. And then I do agree with you. I think the Bitcoin and Ethereum first mover advantage is like a huge thing there. But again, these new layer ones, they're not really competing with Bitcoin, or I would even say like direct like the store of value Ethereum narrative that like take on now. So I think the other chains, there's a big opportunity for them to focus more on the ease of use, speed, convenience. So I'm really excited to see how it shapes up. And it's cool that we have so many members on our platform that are exploring across these different blockchains, right? I think that's one of the things we're really excited about is not only have we built like a big member base, it's a member base that's very crypto curious, right? It's people who want to try different applications. They want to try looking into new NFT projects. They want to try new experiences, and that's awesome because that's like how I've been, in this space. And I feel like you really don't truly have like that aha moment in crypto until you actually go on chain and do something like buy a token on a DEX, right? Your first NFT. When you do those things, like I think it really starts to click for you. Like, this is pretty cool. Like we've really built a global financial layer that anyone can jump in and participate in at any moment. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, 100%. But like I went from like Binance Smart Chain and like my portfolio really exploded with like PancakeSwap run. Like when we started like to I bought like some PancakeSwap like when it was cool before it crashed. But like the user experience going from like Binance and BNB like a MetaMask wallet to Phantom and Solana. BNB was fast, but like Solana was even faster, and Phantom was like that's a moment that can give you when you use like when I bought my first like DJNAP Academy at 13 SOL with Phantom. That was a nice moment. That was cool, and that was like put you like like making you like a fan of the product, etc. And that's 100%. You need that click moment that will make you stay on the chain.
And that's why I think NFTs are so powerful, right? Like you have that community component that never it existed with crypto tokens, but not in the same way that I think it's in DeFi, where with these NFT communities, like it feels like a membership, right? So if you own that
100%,
you're part of the community, and that's an awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you never put the Bitcoin logo on your as a PFP on Twitter, right? Like you're becoming like your asset that you have in your wallet. So, and bro, I have my PFP on the wall and as a 3D printed status, right? So that's a connection. It's even irrational, right? Like it's like I had like Kevin on the show, like Kevin Decod3rs on the show like today, and we were talking about Apple. And like Apple does Lab, etc. And like Apple is like one of the company that trigger like the same brain part than religion and love. And the NFTs are kind of like triggering that part of the brain that make you kind of irrational. And that's what also like it's so powerful because like chemically and like biologically, it's madness. It's crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, like and when you attach a financial aspect of it, and one PFP is worth like 10K, so it's getting even better.
That's why I think the NFT DeFi space is like a cool to watch, because there's so much that could be done there. Because even when you look at these high-end PFPs, majority of people are not going to be able to, especially if prices go up, like it's difficult for you to acquire one, and also to put all your investment into like one particular NFT, like that's generally risky. So the whole fractionalization, the lending component, I think that's going to be really, really big. The indexes, and these are a lot of things that we're going to start implementing into Acid Dash as well.
That's interesting. And like with the data of the wallet that you can collect and the usage of like the people are doing with their wallet, can you like do some like analytics on top of it to like I know like some portfolio also does that with stock and stuff, like to see even not Revolut, but like the green I forgot the name. Robinhood, like where they were using the user data like to front end, but that's another problem. But to like analyze like which stock can like pump even better because there are more and more people buying the same stock, etc. Can you also do that with crypto with the data that you have in your portfolio?
Yeah, so it's something that we definitely have discussed. I think if we were ever to do something in that realm, we would want to do it in a way where our members could essentially get like, I don't want to say recommendations, but basically we could flag assets for them that they would probably be interested in based on previous decisions. But right now we aren't doing that with the analytics that we have on portfolio data. And that if enough people on our platform thought it would be helpful, it's something that we could definitely look into.
Yeah, that could be great. Like for example, yeah, you take my my portfolio and you tell me like which mint can match with what I have. That would be great.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
agree. I think for a lot of people too, what's happening is there's so many new assets that are coming out every single day, new tokens, that it's really hard to stay on top of everything. So if there's a way for us to make that simpler for people, that'd be a huge help.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, another question from Ryan. Do you think there could be a widget with the platform to see what you have put in versus what you have as per growth?
This is something we're looking into building for sure.
Nice. That could be hard to track, right? Because like even like you have peer-to-peer transaction to track, so you never know like exactly if it's coming from a wallet that you all from before is not yours. It could be tricky.
Yeah, I think what we want to do there is give it to the users on the platform and like let them like be able to input and then
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be cool. And any like a way for taxes, like to output like something and like say, hey, I owe you 2 million because Decod pumped.
No, that's actually a great point. It's funny. I just made a note of that like 5 seconds ago when we were talking because you had, I don't know what exactly you mentioned, but it made me think of tax provider. I do want to have something there that we could at least get members a deal. So if you're a crypto tax provider,
Nice. Okay.
Send me a DM. We would love to help you get a great deal for our members and let our members get discounts on their taxes. That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna get that deal.
Yeah.
That's great. And so yeah, if you do that, like if you implement like more like document, etc., do you plan to launch a desktop application?
So we have browser now, so you can go to assetdash.com
Nice.
app and experience the platform on browser. We don't have a desktop like Mac app yet.
Oh yeah, like I was talking about the web, but like my bad.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
new?
so we launched it about 4 or 5 months ago. But now we're actually pushing a big update to it. Most people are on mobile and they generally like the notifications for that. But we're gonna push another big update to web in the coming weeks as well, like a performance update. But yeah, you can get all the same portfolio tracking you get on mobile on web. What I will say is mobile has faster updates than web. So the way we do our mobile app is every time you open the app, it basically at that moment pulls everything and shoots like an update on pricing at that time. Web works a little differently, a little bit of like a more of a cadence there, where on the mobile app, it's when you open it is when we fetch those prices for you. So it's real time as we get it for right now.
I see. I didn't do my homework completely because I completely missed like the desktop application.
You're a platinum member. You're a platinum member, so you're doing something right. So you're figuring out a lot of this. So
yeah. No, that's gonna. I'm gonna have to check that after the live, man. That's great. Yeah. Okay. So I think we already draw like the business model for you, like for the app, and see, we're already talking since 1 hour. So do you have time to get like a little bit over?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Cool, man. I have a question for you. So yeah, so the business model, basically you're making money based on the deals that you provide inside the app, right?
Right now, the deals is one of the main monetization strategies. So we monetize the deals. So when a successful deal happens, like our members get a discount or a reward or a perk, so they benefit, and then the merchant gets a new sale, so we take a cut of that sale.
Yeah.
But we are going to launch more monetization strategies in the coming weeks. But those are going to be more focused on like enterprise type strategies. So it's not really on like the consumer side. It's gonna be things where basically other enterprises can do like cool activations inside AssetDash, and our users can opt into those activations, get rewarded if they do so, and basically be able to monetize their experience on AssetDash while we can monetize from offering those services.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So the only moment you're gonna ask for money from your user is that gonna be when they're gonna mint an NFT, an asset dash NFT?
So there's no plans at the moment to do an Dash NFT.
So
Um,
sad.
yeah, but I think one of the things that's great about it is, in a weird way, like the cards have kind of become like their own form
Ah,
of,
yeah.
they're a collectible in a way, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think we've been really excited to see how like the community has gravitated around the cards. So we want to make the focus on the cards. We want to make sure that we're always thinking about how to add value to card holders. So that's kind of where our mindset is.
No, that's great. And like, okay, I'm asking, can you make me a platinum 1-1?
So I think that's a great idea. I think we should talk to a one of one artist who can maybe do like limited time.
Yes.
We have a lot of really cool ideas. I think you have great ideas as well about cool
Yes.
things to do here. So we should continue to have this conversation. But I love that thinking. I really like that thinking. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, man! Like if you can get scum drawing 1-1 for platinum guys, the volume of NFT will increase. You're gonna pump the volume NFT based on those rewards, man.
Let's see what we can do there. I think that's creative. I like that.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, like B2B business model, that's where the money is. So that's wonderful, man. Like you are into something.
Yeah. And I think too, we always want to be like totally upfront with our members about our business models and like what we're doing, right? So we don't sell user data, we don't do KYC or anything like that. Like that's not our model. That's not how we plan to monetize.
Yeah.
We basically want to do is help our members unlock value and then help enterprises basically unlock value for themselves and create like this two-way street where both parties are benefiting and there's like a mutual benefit from everybody involved, and we kind of take a cut of that experience, right? You'll see more of this in the app in the coming weeks, where we'll have like activations from like different brands. And for us, we're really excited about it because it allows our community members to engage with brands in the Web3 space directly through. And again, like for us, as I mentioned earlier, we really try to let user feedback drive the product. So I'm really excited to get some of these new things out, see what people think, how we can make it better, and then iterate on that.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. Are you going to raise money?
We raised a bit about a year ago.
Okay.
We're going to kick off another round soon,
Nice.
Just really to scale to meet all this demand, and we want to keep building like the best product possible. So we want to get more hands on deck on like some of these core feature areas. That way we have more people who are adding engineering resources and ensuring that the overall experience is as perfect as can be, things like that. So we'll probably kick that off soon, and the main focus with that component will really be to bring on strategic partners that can not only help from like a funding perspective, but can also help get our members more deals, right? Like that's a huge one. We want to make sure we unlock value for our members. So that's what we're thinking here.
Yeah, I love this narrative. Again, like I'm bullish on like the slab and like what they're putting like right now in place, and that's exactly the same narrative, right? Like Polygon, marketplace, brand deals, collection, NFT, whatever. You're doing the same thing. It's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think the Dust Labs people, what they're doing is awesome as well. Very nice people. So I've been fortunate working in the crypto space. I've had just really awesome experiences. I think the community overall is great, and it's just a really fun place to work and collaborate with other brands. So I'm very thankful that Dash has been able to do that over the course of the past year, and hopefully 100 times more partnerships and collaborations this year.
That's great, man. Yeah, there's only one way. It's to hire more sales guys, partnership guys, and like, let's go.
Exactly.
That's great. And maybe we can do a partnership with like the channel somehow. Like I don't know how exactly, but that could be cool. Like offering deals about like having like a show like that, and we have a deals with like hosting a show for free or like a sponsor show. Like that could be cool.
That'd be awesome. Let's definitely chat about it after the show now, and I would love to come up.
Yeah, I love it. I love this call. I love this. I love this live.
Amazing.
That's great. Are you okay? So like, let's talk about a little bit about like the industry. I think like people like know a lot now about Asset Dash. Oh yeah, by the way, like if you want to download the app, it's linked in the description. It's my personal link. So if if you use my link, do we get both cookies or just me?
You both get giveaway tickets.
See, so use my link. We get both. We get tickets for the next giveaways on Asset Dash. Yeah, make it rain. I need cookies.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah, let's talk a little bit before we wrap up the show about the industry and your vision about like the ecosystem, etc. Are you exposed like to ETH, the ETH culture, like the ETH NFT or ETH DeFi?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ethereum. I think I have personally invested in Ethereum. I have like art blocks, NFTs, pudgy penguins. So I'm bullish on Ethereum. I'm bullish on Solana. Bullish on a lot of the other chains. Bitcoin. I think Ethereum's first mover advantage on like the DeFi and NFT specs. I think that's big. And the big thing with Ethereum too is there has been a lot of value that's been minted on Ethereum already. You know, and the DeFi in Ethereum honestly has like held up pretty well. Like there's still a lot of TVL on Ethereum. And I think the space, just like it benefits from Bitcoin not over changing and not pushing a ton of dates, I think Ethereum is going to move more into that, but for the smart contract layer 1 world. And I think the market will put a value on that, right? I think, and it obviously already has. But the big thing with Ethereum in particular is I think the move to proof of stake, which was a big technological change, the deflationary component, one is really interesting, obviously just from like a supply and demand perspective. But from like a meme perspective, I think memes work very well in crypto, especially when it comes to investing themes and what catches on in a bull market. And I could see the ETH deflationary meme of, you know, what's the name of that website? WTF money, or what's the name of the Ethereum website that tracks the deflationary?
I don't know.
Ultrasound Money. That's the name of the website. Ultrasound Money. I think that meme of ETH number go down in terms of supply, that could easily take off. So Ethereum has a lot of things going for it.
I mean, it's a good narrative, like to say, you understand the Bitcoin supply is limited, but what if I tell you like if it's going down, something like that.
Exactly. And I think Ethereum, as long as it continues to, there'll be more experimentation, I feel, on these other alternative layer 1s, which is great because they need to basically experiment to find what their product market fit is going to come from. Ethereum, I think it's more about just doing more of what's already happening there and just expanding on it, like the security component. I think proof of stake, that was the big move, and now we have that foundation. So I think, making proof of stake more decentralized. I know there's a lot of like applications and companies that are working on that, getting more people from their own validators, stuff like that. Their own hosting their own staking nodes and things. But I'm generally very excited with what's happening.
That's great. And like I will have more exposure again with like the Decod migration. So I want to know more about like the community and like the aspect of it on ETH that doesn't really exist. So how do you feel with like the maximum difference, like the biggest difference between the Solana communities and the ETH, like the way people move and interact with each other? Do you see any fundamental difference between the two chains?
Yeah, I think it's a huge difference. Solana feels more close knit. It feels like everyone kind of like knows each other. It's very social. And I think Ethereum is more right now. It's more whale focused, right? It's a lot of the big players, the bigger people on DeFi. And I think that's what's great is that there's a place for both of them, and I think that's going to be the case for a lot of these different, chains, is like people will find somewhere in the market where they can dominate. And I think Ethereum, they've taken on like a really massive role, being the first mover, in both of these key spaces, DeFi and NFTs. And I think there's a ton of value there. And the fact that, liquidity brings more liquidity, I think is a huge help for Ethereum, right? Like that's one reason in particular why the DeFi, seem despite there being a bear market, there's still a lot of liquidity when you compare it to like other chains.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and the wares on ETH are not the wares on Solana. That's going to be interesting.
Well, I think there's a lot of people now who are like doing the whole crossover thing, which is one of the goals that we had with the app. Is we feel like more people are going to start exploring across different chains, and that makes Acid Dash even more valuable because we can sit in the middle of that entire experience for our members.
Yeah, well, like it's gonna be interesting for the Acid Dash multi-chain integration, because even if you start to also integrate ETF, etc., because like the next challenge will be to add more features without losing the easy ability to the good UX UI experience that people can have right now, with more features that are linked but not that much. Like for example, I'm a crypto guy. There is like a huge possibility that I don't have any ETF because that's what my grandparent did, and I have zero exposure to that. And like that could be a scenario. So that kind of aspect of the app doesn't interest me. And but yeah, then in the interface, then it's moving a lot, and now it's confusing. So how are you going to manage that? Sorry, we're going back to Acid Dash, but yeah, I didn't want to miss this question.
For sure, great question. So the way we want to construct it is where the app kind of adapts to what you're investing in, and like we kind of do that with the portfolio tracking, where if you don't have any stocks, then your portfolio feed is not really going to be filled with stock related stuff. And I think it's a great point to brought that up. We want the app to basically mold to what you're invested in, right? So somebody who, for example, is invested.
That's great.
Someone who's invested in a ton of stocks, their experience from like an interface perspective is going to feel different because they're investing in a ton of stocks than somebody who's only invested in NFTs, let's say. So it's definitely something that we have in mind, and an area we're always looking to improve.
That's great. And yeah, if you can tackle that challenge correctly, sky is the limit, man.
Yeah.
That's great. And are you going to have deals for people with like exposure to ETF only, for example, or gold? I only have gold, but I will have access to what kind of deals am I going to get access to?
Yeah, no, we have a lot of members on the platform who they only invest in stocks. Yeah, most of our members are crypto native, but we do have members who invest in stocks. And they can experience the same awesome benefits, right? Like they can still become a platinum member, they can still become a gold member. So for us, like as I said in the beginning, it's really about, we don't care what you invest in. If you invest in something we want to support, that's kind of how we see it.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. I love this app.
Appreciate you. I really do.
That's good. Okay, like last bunch of questions. Like, do you have like a content strategy, like a content marketing strategy to even increase the growth of like the app, the discoverability of the app? Because obviously, like the whole crypto Twitter is on Twitter and then Spaces and stuff. And do you intend to do more of that, like, or even more podcasts with like content creators, etc.? What's up, man?
We definitely want to expand on the content side, so hopefully we can do more of these. But it's definitely an area that we're looking to expand for sure.
Okay. That's great. We can do an episode 2, man. I still have a lot of questions, but I think we will keep it around the 1 hour format. But
we should definitely do this again. Had a great time.
Yeah, that's great, man. Like, and we can do like we can share your screen and you do a demo of the web version when you have something big. Yeah, we can do that.
We can do one in like 2-3 weeks. We'll have a big feature come out then, so maybe we could do
wonderful. Yeah. Okay, that's a date. That's great. Okay, last question that I used to ask everyone, and like I like to see like the reaction of it. Like, what's the question that people never ask you, but you wish they would have done?
That's a good question. I actually don't have an answer for that. You asked every really good question. You touched on the monetization strategy, touched on the gold cards, the platinum cards. I think you covered all the bases there. So nothing on my side.
That's what we do here, man.
10 out of 10. It was a platinum.
Perfect.
It was a platinum type interview.
Exactly. We really need to talk about like this 1-1 platinum NFT, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Okay, so do you have anything like to say to the audience and for the record, like anything else to share?
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody who's tried the app. If you haven't, you can download it on iOS or Android. We're working really hard to bring the best possible experience to all of you. We have a lot of exciting features in the pipeline coming out, as early as next week. So keep an eye on our Twitter @AssetDash. And yeah, thank you so much. If you have any feedback or any questions, shoot us a DM on Twitter and I'll get to you right when I get to my phone. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And Matias is replying like quite fast. So yeah, try it. Try to DM AssetDash right now and see if he will answer to you. We're gonna have a chit chat after, so I don't know if he's going to answer right away, but probably could be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. And yeah, we're gonna stay in touch. And again, we're gonna do an episode 2 anytime soon. And as soon as you have, if you want to demonstrate something, have a demo, etc., the channel is yours, man.
We'll set that up.
Wonderful. For everyone watching the live, thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan, Jas, and everyone in the comment section. That was great to have you all. And I will see you in the next live. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, decentralized channel, community owned. That's your channel too. Make sure you subscribe because we're gonna mint later this year. So, and you need to be subscribed on the channel to be whitelisted. So you know what to do. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next live. And thank you again, Matias.
Thank you so much.